So you can hear the dogs barking in the background because I'm walking out here. So my wife and I are getting ready to trade in our Wolf Pup 18TO. Actually, ours is a Patriot edition. It's all the same thing. It's all made by Cherokee, I think. It's all Forest River. And we're going to give you our opinion of the 18TO Cherokee Wolf Pup Patriot Edition camper. For this video, I wanted to put the pros and cons kind of at the beginning. So in the next screen, you are going to see what we liked about the Wolf Pup 18TO and what we didn't like about the Wolf Pup 18TO. If you want, you can watch to the end and you will see and hear me explain in greater detail why I think the things that I think. Overall, we were not upset with this camper at all. It was our first camper. We've been RV owners for now 2 years now, and we will continue to be RV owners. Just there are some things that we need that this didn't have. But other than that, we're going to tell you the good points about it, and we're going to tell you the bad points as well. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. And please, please, please hit that like button. So this is our RV, the Patriot Edition 18TO. It has an 18-foot box, and so that's the cabin part of the RV. And then with the hitch, I think it comes out to 22 feet long. And this is fine. There's no problems with the length or the interior of this camper. There are some things that we will talk about which have led us to want to trade this in. Not because this is a bad camper, but because we have realized what our needs are. You can see that we have a big slide out, and on our slide out, we'll show you on the inside, we have a dinette and a couch. This window here is over the bed. We have a 6-gallon water heater, an exterior shower for you freaks of nature who want to shower on the outside. There's our power cord, which we have running into the house. That's my black water, my gray water hose box, which I don't keep in the camper. I keep it outside here. We have some nice storage here, which is where my toolkit goes. Down there's our black water and gray water release. I don't know what you call it. It is the sewer outlet connection. That's what that is. That is our Rhino. We call it our honey wagon. But that's because sometimes we're at state parks and we don't have a sewer connection, so we have to go dump. But we don't want to have to take the whole camper down to do it. All right, cool. And then I'll go inside and we'll talk about the inside. Into our Wolf Pup 18TO. Ours is a Patriot Edition. There's nothing hidden. There's no misrepresentation or anything on the part of the manufacturer. This is what it looks like, and it looks really nice. And honestly, we have very much enjoyed our camper. This was our first RV, and all we've decided was, like, if this particular RV had a few more things, we would keep it. This is the bathroom. There's the shower. There's the shower head in the bathroom. There's what passes for the sink. There's the shower pan. Here's a look back at the other way. Right, so this right here pulls up, and then you have a bunk bed. So the couch jackknifes and lays flat to a full-size bed, and then you have like a bunk up there. This becomes a bunk. The dinette becomes a bunk. And then underneath underneath here we have storage. You have to take these off, and you lift this up, and we have storage under there. All right, so the things that we like about our camper. Let's see. That air conditioner right there is fantastic when it's hot out. That bathroom back there is fantastic when it's the middle of the night and you need to go to the bathroom. We like the dinette. We actually found that we sit on the dinette more than we sit on the couch. What else do we like? We like the way it looks. We like the slide. The slide works out pretty nicely. We like the weight. I like the length of it. We can fit all of our clothes. That's about the size of a suitcase on that half, and the size of another suitcase on that half. And we can fit all of our stuff in there. So, the shortcomings, which have led us to consider trading this in, would be, so as we sit here in this camper and we're like, boy, if this only had, one of the main things is the bathroom. You cannot stand in the bathroom and change your clothes. There's not enough room. You got that much room right there. The shower is really small for me. There's no medicine cabinet. We had to add that shelving unit. So really, we decided in our next RV, we would get something with a larger bathroom. Okay, so we've cut away, and another problem with the bathroom is that when you're sitting on the toilet, my knees hit the door, but also your feet stick out the bottom. And that is not an exaggeration. That is how big the bathroom is. The next thing that we wanted to change was the fact, and this is, not something that was hidden, but we don't like the fact that the bed is perpendicular to the length, and you have to crawl over the person in the back in the middle of the night. If they have to go to the bathroom, they have to crawl over this person, and that person is stuck pretty much if the person in front doesn't like being woken up. The next thing that was hidden in plain sight, we had no clue that this would bother us, but there is no hanging storage. There are no closets in which you can hang some. In fact, when we first got this, there were no hooks at all to hang a coat or a sweatshirt or anything. So some of the modifications we did is we added this basket, and we added the keychain hook, and then we added these coat hooks in several locations. There's a different kind, several locations throughout the RV. We also found that other than your clothing, there weren't a lot of options for storage. There was the under the dinette, but you have to, it's kind of a nuisance to have to take that off every time you want to use it. We added this little basket in the corner, which is actually fantastic. I showed you the basket or the shelving unit that we added in the bathroom. We added that drawer. We added this. So this is the bunk bed, and I didn't really change anything under it. This piece of wood is thicker than what was under it before, but you open it up, and then we have some storage back there. And that is actually really nice. I'd say the next thing, other than the storage, the hanging storage, the bed being perpendicular to the length of the camper, is counter space. There is not a good place to have your coffee maker while you're cooking breakfast. Here's an outlet. There's an outlet by the TV, and there's one by the bed. There's no really good spot to have your coffee maker going while you're making breakfast. We could have and should have put an extension here, which would have been where we could have extended our countertop by a foot or two. Cherokee ships some of these with a piece that'll go and cover your sink, but you can't just buy it. Like, you can't contact Forest River and buy it. You have to go through somebody else, and our dealership was not very, it didn't really help. It just said something that they don't deal with. So we sometimes put a cutting board across that. You can go on Etsy and places and find them, but I mean, come on, just ship it with one. Underneath here, this is the under sink storage, and it should end. The way it ships is it ends right here, but you can see I've taken that off because there's nothing but dead space back there, and we put metal utensils and pots and pans back there that wouldn't be affected by the heat of the stove, but I can't imagine that panel of Luan wrapped in vinyl created any more of a protective barrier than not having it. So anyway, really what it comes down to is storage. This is our under bed storage from the inside. So we will talk about this as well, but really the big issue about our underbed storage is anything that's up on this end you can't get to from over there, and lifting the bed isn't as easy as it should be, mostly because they put this thing here, and I have no idea what it is, what it's for, but it catches on the mattress and we've almost ripped it apart. So, but we're going to talk about some other stuff. Those are just our basic review. Is this a bad camper? No, not at all. As long as you're aware of the shortcomings. I tell you what, that bathroom, even though I don't fit in it very well, the times that I've had to use it, I was very grateful that there's a bathroom in here. This bed, yeah, we have to crawl across each other, but we're not sleeping on the ground, and it still has that air conditioner. Yeah. Oh, that is another design flaw, is the TV's over there, the air conditioner's here, and these air conditioners are loud, and when the TV's over there, you can't hear it. So we've had to run an auxiliary cable along here, and we put a Bose speaker here so that we can hear it if we're laying in bed, or we put it in the middle of the cabin so that we can hear. Otherwise, you have to crank that thing really loud. All right, so let me ask the wife. Hey, wife. Yep. I'm sorry. Did I miss anything?
No.
No? Okay.
I think that covers it.
But overall, we've enjoyed this, right?
Yeah.
We've enjoyed it enough that we'll buy another one.
The couch is incredibly comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know what the material is that's in it.
Leather.
But it is, no, on the inside.
Oh.
It is delightful to sit on. It's squishy and comfortable, and when you're camping, to be able to sit on a sofa and not have to sit at a picnic table is amazing.
Yeah, dogs like it too.
And if it's raining, you can lay on the sofa and read a book. It's fantastic.
Yeah, the dogs tend to stay here when we bring the dogs. But yeah, so like I said, it's not a bad camper. You just have to be aware of its shortcomings and how to deal with them. What was your favorite modification we put on it that changed things?
One of them was the baskets to because then
Yeah.
we were able to clip the dog leashes on there, and they
Right.
weren't laying on the floor. And we could put pens, pencils, little paperback books,
Uh-huh.
things like that.
So for me, it was the drawer, which is a project I did. And the drawer is like so much easier
Yeah.
to store things in than not having a drawer. And the hooks. We put hooks all over the place, and they make a big difference. It comes down to storage. I got a bad silhouette there. And storage, getting in and out of bed, and going to the bathroom. Now, I usually tent camp, so this is still like heads and tails more comfortable than sleeping in a tent and having to go dig a hole to go to the bathroom. So, I still feel like I'm cheating when I'm in here. I don't even really consider this camping yet, but it kind of is. And those feet that you saw sticking out of the bathroom door were my wife's feet. I fit in there even less. I, in fact, I sometimes have to open the door and she has to step out if I need to use the bathroom because I just don't fit. So, some of the wants that we are going for now are bigger tank size because this goes about 3 days, and that's at a state park where we have water hookup but no sewer. We can go 3 days, and then we need to empty. We can't go any longer than that. I forget what our specifications are. It's like we have a 30-gallon, I think we have a 25-gallon freshwater tank, and then we have 20-gallon gray and 20-gallon black, and it just fills up. And we don't even put solids in the black tank. We don't put toilet paper in the black tank, but it still fills up. And that's just the two of us. The gray tank fills up even faster. And I showed you guys we have a honey wagon that we use to dump. Trying to think. Oh, the insulation and the solid, the enclosed bottom. This has like more like a tarp material on the bottom, and we've had rodents get in. So we're hoping that a enclosed bottom will be more of a deterrent. We didn't keep any food in here, but the rodents still got in. What else we want? Insulation and double pane windows. Here in Minnesota, if we want to use this RV in the spring or the fall when it's chilly, and the condensation builds up in here, especially on the windows because they're just a single piece of plastic. The vent, we're looking for a better vent in the bathroom because you can't keep this one open. If it's raining, it just comes in. And actually, I think I was incorrect. The windows are glass, but still, they're single pane, and the condensation really, really builds up on them when it's cold out. So double pane, enclosed bottom, vented heat to keep the tanks usable. Like if I take this deer hunting, I can't use any of the tanks because it's generally cold during deer hunting season. Black water flush. We can't flush our tanks. We have to turn off all the water, bring a hose into the toilet, and we have a special attachment we put on the hose, put it down in the toilet, and that's how we can flush our tanks. That said, there's nothing hidden. Like Forest River, when they built this, they didn't hide stuff. They didn't try to deceive us. As I look around, I would say if I was building furniture, I wouldn't build cabinets like this. But the cabinets haven't failed or broken in the 2 years that we've used it. We've taken it out on, at least in 2 years, we've gone out 20 times. The wallpaper doesn't seem very high quality, but it's still there. So the quality looks like it could be better, but like I said, that's all stuff that we could have picked up on before we bought it, but it still works. And we have never sat in here and like complained. We just said, oh, I wish we had known that we needed a bigger bathroom. I wish we had known how much we wanted hanging storage. Hey, so sorry about the wobbly camera, which I noticed when I was looking at the last one. One thing, I went today and went with my friend Bob, who you may have seen in one of the other videos, and my wife, who you've definitely seen in the other videos. We went and looked at some fifth wheels because Bob's going to get one. And one thing about the 18TO that is superior to other models is the size of the dinette. Now, you could probably replace the cushion there with something a little firmer, a little cushier, because that leaves a little bit to be desired. But the dinette itself is pretty sturdy, and there's plenty of room for a fat guy to sit in. And I found out in some of the other campers we looked at today that they are not fat guy friendly. So overall, it's a good camper. I would recommend it to someone else. I would stop my friends who are buying them and tell them all the things that I just put in this video, though, and let them make their own decision. We enjoyed owning this camper a great deal. We enjoy RV camping. We're going to keep RV camping, and if the deal on the next one falls through and we end up keeping this one for a little bit longer, it is not going to be a crisis in our life. This is a fun camper, and we've enjoyed it a great deal. But I've told you the pros and cons. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and let us know in the comments.